This morning, candidates of various political parties assigned Peace Park to ensure violence-free election. Eket People's Union endorses Udom Emmanuel as their sole governorship candidate. Plus, Eto plan disburses scholarship for indigenes of the area stored in high institutions. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. Good morning or welcome to AKBC 45 News at dawn. I am Miriam Ekbutu. As part of effort to ensure a peaceful conduct of the rescheduled March and April elections, candidates of various political offices in Akwa Ibom State have signed a code to ensure a peaceful atmosphere before, during, and after the elections. The event, held at the Police Officers' Mess, Metro Road, Uyo, and was attended by candidates of political parties in the state. Etienne Oibara reports.
The meeting was packaged by the Akwa Ibom State Police Command to ensure peace before, during, and after the general elections. It was attended by about 11 political parties and their candidates, the police, state security services, and other security agencies. The Peace Accord meeting afforded candidates the opportunity to exchange pleasantries and meet face-to-face in spite of their busy politicking. Speaking at the event, the Assistant Inspector General of Police Zone 6, Calabar, AIG Tunde Ogunsakin, said that it was important for peaceful elections to be achieved, emphasizing that police must all be in the vanguard for a credible and accepted electoral process. He explained that the security agencies have resolved to provide an electoral environment free of intimidation, saying politicians should play the games by the rules, bearing in mind there are sportsmen.
Not just them time, but that if anybody runs foul of any of the electoral laws, we shall deal with that person or person. And I made it very clear that I've set up an investigation team on electoral offenses. So anybody who commits any offense that is of electoral nature will be dealt with appropriately. And the special team I have set up in the zone will deal with such cases. And I have said it very clearly too, that there are no secret counts.
The Commissioner of Police, Gabriel Achong, stressed the need for candidates to be more democratic in the conduct of their political activities and act within the ambit of the law. Mr. Chong hinted that the Akwa Ibom administration has equipped the State Police Command with patrol vehicles and other aid to enable the force perform its duties.
I want to tell you that some days we will have about 4 parties holding rallies in 8 different venues. I want to say, because of the facilities we have on the ground, we have never lacked in any of the venue, no matter the number in this place.
Speaking to journalists after the signing of Peace Accord, some governorship candidates, including Mr. Udom Emmanuel of the PDP, described the initiative as a welcome development.
But I sincerely thank the police and other armed forces for initiating this Peace Accord. It's an outward demonstration of that inward perfection in getting the peace to reign on the land. And by doing this, we outwardly demonstrate to the whole world that we are in for peace and nothing more than that.
As a party, and throughout our campaign so far, we have demonstrated a commitment to keeping the peace.
Etienne Oibara reporting.
The people of Eket Federal Constituency under the aegis Eket People's Union have endorsed and declared Mr. Udom Emmanuel as their sole candidate in the 2015 governorship race. The people said they have carefully compared the manifesto of the PDP governorship candidates and concluded that his programs are the best for the state. Correspondent reports that the people of Eket passed their resolution when the PDP governorship candidate, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, visited the leaders of Eket Federal Constituency.
Resolution read by the National President of Eket People's Union, Professor Cindy Asindi, said the people of Eket said their support for Mr. Udom Emmanuel is based on his proven track record and capacity to improve upon the achievements of the present administration.
We want to belong to the majority. Well, that's the first one. And I believe that he will implement all what he has promised us. Because what he may implant here will not only benefit the people of Eket Federal Constituency, nor Eket people, Eket Senatorial District. It will go beyond the boundaries of Eket. The entire Eket nation now will want to endorse Mr. Udom Emmanuel. So we hereby endorse Mr. Udom Emmanuel as our incoming governor.
Others who lent their voices included the Tsar of Eket and Clanet of Vidwa, Obong E.C. Diabia, former Minister of Lands and Housing, Chief Ndu Esesien, retired General Anthony Etukudo, Eket State Assembly Representative Mr. Anyang Anyang, Dr. Etuk, among others.
Eket Nation is bound to benefit by having an efficient government in Akwa Ibom State.
Responding, the PDP governorship candidate, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, thanked the people of Eket Federal Constituency for the endorsement. He promised to do his best for Akwa Ibom State if voted into power.
So today, I stand here to represent the entire Akwa Ibom State and also do promise my federal constituency that I'll do my best to bring back the pride of place of our federal constituency and I like Akwa Ibom State in the Committee of Nations in this continent. I thank you all and God bless the entire country.
Journalists in the state have been urged to uphold the ethics of the profession through balanced and objective reportage. The Chairman Nigeria Union of Journalists, Akwa Ibom State Council, Elder Patrick Albert, gave the charge at a seminar with the theme, The Church That Change Agents in the Challenging Environment, organized by the Methodist Young Men Fellowship at Emmanuel Methodist Cathedral, Itiam Eto Yuyu.
The distribution exercise officially took off with the St. Columbanus Secondary School, Ikwin, and St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Media as change agent in managing attitudinal and social violence in the society, said as a shaping tool of a society, journalists must constantly act in ways and manners that will prove that they are useful change agents, bearing in mind that management and dissemination of information are very vital for the success of democracy. The chairman noted that though journalists often come under ownership influence, the union, as the responsible professional body, emphasized on the need for members to carry out their duties without compromising the basic ethics of the profession. According to him, if the state goes up in flames through unguarded news reports or breaking news that breaks the society, it is common masses who suffer. Elder Albert emphasized that politics of 2015 should not destroy the ranks within the state and her long-cherished unity, love, and togetherness as people of common stock and destiny. The Commissioner of Police of Akwa Ibom State Command, Mr. Gabriel Achong, who spoke on the role of security agents in curbing electoral violence, said the task before security agencies, especially the Nigerian police force, in ensuring a free, fair, and violence-free election in the electoral process cannot be overemphasized. Mr. Achong said the functions of police officers on elections duties are to ensure that security of lives and property of citizens before, during, and after voter registration, campaigns, and voting, safeguard electoral officers and materials before and during and after election, provide a free, and serve a level playing ground for all candidates and parties without fear, and maintaining order around the polling and counting centers. Education in Oborokara has received a boost as students and pupils of private and public schools in the area benefited from free educational materials. The materials are sponsored by the Permanent Secretary, State Budget Office, Pastor Nicholas Ekarika, to aid the students in their academic pursuits. Patience John has the details.
The distribution exercise officially took off with the St. Kalambanu Secondary School, Ikwen, and St. Patrick's Catholic School, Abama, as beneficiaries. At the St. Kalambanu Secondary School, Ikwen, Pastor Ekarika was received by the principal of the school, Reverend Father Ememomorin, staff, and students. Reverend Ememomorin applauded the gesture of Pastor Ekarika, whom he described as a worthy alumnus of the school, and called on other alumni of the institution to borrow a leaf from the Permanent Secretary.
If there's anything we can do for the future generation, is to give them good education. And once we are able to give them good education, I think we would have given them the best of the future. So what the government of Gospel Akpabio, Governor Gospel Akpabio, is trying to do cannot succeed unless we partner with him and unless the state partners with the church.
The donor of the educational materials, which include textbooks, exercise books, biro pens, rulers, and erasers, said he was motivated to embark on the project as his contribution to the educational development of the state, as well as complementing the state government's free education policy. He encouraged the students to study hard in order to contribute their quota to the advancement of the state.
My prayer has been how I will be able to reach out to the young one that is coming after us, so that when we leave the scene, they will also be even higher than where we are.
The team also distributed books and other writing materials to pupils of St. Patrick's Catholic School, Abama. Pastor Ekarika thanked God that the primary school he attended with one school block now has up to 4 school blocks, adding that the transformation is possible because of Governor Akpabio's resolve to better the lot of Akwa Ibom children through qualitative education. The chairman of the committee in charge of the distribution of the educational materials to the about 58 public and private primary and secondary schools in Oborokara, Dr. Oscar Joshua said the committee will ensure equity in the distribution of the educational materials. He described the donor as one who believes in emancipation of the people and prayed God's blessings on him.
So Nicholas Ekarika, having discovered that he saw the need to contribute and support the policy to get to the level the governor had thought of.
Some pupils expressed their feelings.
Happy to see you. I'm saying thank you and God bless you. I feel happy.
Patience John reporting.
It's a short break now. When we come back, the news continues. Just stay with us.
Campaign. Generally,
when finally His Excellency Ajopo Minister Bendu, they can be noted that for the Moses. When you look at what you are getting, I get a point on Joseph Atapanda. I'm not looking for failure. At the amount of one boom fell. Sitting on a quarter of the amount of you when they make a moon of it. Oh, Roma has a put on the somebody in a man. You know, it's like Udom is right and fair. For Udom is the best. For Kwaibon said, Udom is right and fair. Behold our next governor.
So good to have you back. More than 100 students of Eto Clan in Uyo local government area studying in higher institutions in the country have benefited from the scholarship scheme of Mbogondito Eto worldwide. The scheme is initiated by Ambassador Okai Udeme Emmanuel. Iyarenopo witnessed the official inauguration of Mbogondito Eto by the Eto Clan Council of Chiefs.
Mbogondito Etoi is an organization seeking to foster peace and unity in Etoi Clan. Inaugurating the forum, the representatives of Etoi Clan Council of Chiefs advised the people of the clan to promote the unity and progress of the area. They also advised youth not to indulge in activities capable of ruining their future, but to embrace education. The chiefs prayed God to protect the forum and also appointed Ambassador Kaideme Emmanuel to lead the Mbogondito Etoi worldwide. In their contributions, a representative of woman leader, that of the youth, and the member of student union government lauded the initiative of the founders of Mbogondito Etoi, saying it will foster unity among the people of the clan. They appreciated Ambassador Udeme Emmanuel for contributing towards the uplift of Etoi and sued for same support from other Etoi sons and daughters.
We, Ibami Mbogondito Etoi, Isanga Kima, Etoi, Student Union, worldwide.
Addressing the gathering, the leader of Mbogondito Etoi worldwide, Ambassador Okai Udeme Emmanuel, said the inauguration of the forum has marked another milestone in Etoi, noting that the coming together of the sons and daughters of the land will foster unity. Ambassador Emmanuel said Mbogondito Etoi Day will be an annual event which the less privileged will be empowered and students awarded scholarship to continue in their education. He advised the people of Etoi to get their permanent voters cards and vote the people that will bring development to the land, as well as lauded Governor Akpabio for transforming the state.
Mbogondito Etoi is here today to foster peace and unity among the Etoi sons and daughters who have come together in unity to move Etoi forward.
Students in the University of Uyo City Polytechnic, Akwa Ibom State Polytechnic, Akwa Ibom State University, University of Calabar, University of Port Harcourt, and other tertiary institutions in the country benefited from the scholarship scheme. Women and youth were also empowered with money and tools to establish business, while self-sponsored students were given grants to assist them pay their school fees. Cultural displays including metric sound, Ekbo masquerade, peseta brass band spiced the event. Customized exercise books were also distributed to secondary and primary school students in the area. Iyarenopo reporting.
It's usually a thing of joy for one's wife to give birth. But what happens when a wife gives birth to a set of triplets and the husband's lean resources cannot cater for the children? This is the case of Mr. Blessing Asukwa Fred, whose wife, Utrefon, gave birth to a set of triplets at St. Luke's Hospital, Anua. Speaking with our correspondent Livingstone Daniel, the father of the triplets, Mr. Blaston Fred, said although he's happy about his wife's safe delivery of the triplets, his lean resources cannot cater for them. Mr. Fred, who hails from Urowanam local government area and a commercial taxi driver, appealed for support from the state government and other spirited individuals to enable him take care of the triplets. The nurse on duty, Mrs. Aneta Kanimo, said the triplets, who are all females, were delivered about 5 o'clock yesterday morning through normal delivery. She emphasized that the mother of the triplets has been bleeding and that she needs about 3 pints of blood, stressing that the husband can only afford one.
She was able to go through spontaneous normal labor. So she was delivered of 3 people alive, and we need 3 pints of blood for her, but the husband can only afford 1 unit of blood. So I want the government, our able governor, Chief Dr. Godswill Ogotu Akpabio, and his dear wife, Mrs. Unoma Ogotu Akpabio, to render a able hands.
The mother of the triplets, Utrefon Basia Sukwa, could not speak with AKBC as she was very weak. In China, the Lunar New Year festival has begun. This and other stories make up a forensic segment with Mercy Ekare.
The Chinese Lunar New Year festival has begun in China and across Asia. Millions of Asians across the world travel home to celebrate the event, which is the biggest in China. The Lunar New Year in China is also known as the Spring Festival and is also marked with a flower fest. The Lunar New Year is based on the lunar calendar. With 12 animals in the zodiac, 2015 is set to mark the year of the sheep. Last year was the year of the horse. The festival is a public holiday in many places with ethnic Chinese popularity, such as Taiwan, Singapore, and Malaysia. The Lunar New Year is a time of family reunion. Family members gather at each other's homes for visits and share meals. House cleaning in order to sweep away any ill fortune and to make way for good luck is another activity to mark the festival. In Haiti, at least 16 people have been killed and 78 injured when a singer on a carnival flute hit an overhead power line, setting off a stampede by bystanders. The tragedy prompted the government to cancel the last day of the carnival and to declare 3 days of national mourning. Most of the victims were trampled to death in the ensuing panic. The Prime Minister of Haiti said the government and carnival organizers will hold a silent parade to remember the dead. A video has emerged which appears to show Chelsea football fans preventing a black man from boarding a Paris train. The black man repeatedly tried to get on the crowded metro train but was pushed off repeatedly. The incident took place before a Champions League match in the city. Chelsea Football Club has condemned the incident and said any fans involved will face a ban. Ukraine's President Petro Poroshenko says Ukraine forces are withdrawing from Debaltseve, which was surrounded by pro-Russian separatists. Debaltseve is a key transport hub which Ukraine forces and separatists have waged a lengthy battle to control. The current ceasefire negotiated by Ukraine, Russia, Germany and France was not applied in Debaltseve, which links the two rebel-controlled regions of eastern Ukraine, Donetsk and Luhansk. Pro-Russian rebels seized control of most areas despite a ceasefire deal. The withdrawal comes after Russian President Vladimir Putin urged Ukraine's troops in Debaltseve to surrender. Despite some thousands of Hungarians staging a protest ahead of Russian leaders' visits, President Vladimir Putin has visited Budapest, the capital city of Hungary, and has agreed to a deal to keep supplying gas to Hungary. Russia is Hungary's largest supplier of gas. Putin's visit to Hungary underlines his close ties with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban's government.
You can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging onto akbconline.org. Follow us on Twitter at AKBC45 Uyo or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. That's a package this morning, but just before we get another look at the top stories. Candidates of various political parties vying for elective offices have signed a peace pact to ensure violence-free elections. The event was witnessed by top security officers at Police Officers Mess Uyo. We also brought you a report that Eke People Union have endorsed Udom Emmanuel as their sole governorship candidate. That's a package this morning. We thank you so much for joining us. Have a pleasant morning. Good morning.